Hey everybody, so glad you all tuned in. This is going to be part 4 of our 110 build. We got the heads back from Fuel Moto, but they didn't put in the compression releases. They're nowhere to be found. So I had T-Man Performance in Kernersville, which is local to me. They were able to machine the heads and install manual compression releases for me. And Fuel Moto did everything they could to rectify the situation. They refunded the funds so that we didn't have the shipping charges sending them back to Wisconsin. So there you saw the head gasket go on, and now I'm placing the first head on the rear cylinder. It's best if you follow the instructions from S&S for the 110 Sidewinder upgrade. They have a specific torque and a specific torque pattern. It's very similar to what Harley Davidson has, but because we're bolting these heads down onto the S&S cylinders, it's best if we utilize their torque values and their torque sequence. These head gaskets are not like the stock head gaskets. It's a 3-part head gasket with a metal center. So you're crushing this down as you're torquing the head onto the cylinder. And there you can see the manual compression release that T-Man Performance installed for me. So the installation instructions call out to lubricate the flat surface on the head of the bolt so that when you're torquing it, it doesn't get bound up. So next is to install the rocker boxes and the rocker arm supports. Just got to line this up a little bit, kind of hold it, get your gasket where it needs to be. Double check your gasket. You can put it in upside down and it's going to make a mess for you regarding your oil breathing. You'll have to disassemble everything, so make sure it's right as you go together. So now we're installing the rocker arm support bracket. This is where the rock out inserts, installed those prior to installing it on top of the cylinder. And those rock out inserts keep the rocker arm pins from sliding side to side or back and forth and reducing the valve train noise. And so there's an insert for each pin, and it just gets pressed in. It's very easy to do, and from everything I've read, it's a really good upgrade to reduce the valve train noise on the top of the cylinders. This is your oil breather that I'm tightening up right here. It's got the little plunger, little plastic plunger down underneath. I didn't take any pictures of that. And also there's a little filter there. So after you get it bolted in, it has a torque spec as well. So that's pretty much it for this episode. We've got everything together as far as the engine is concerned. Still have to install the throttle body and the air filter, but it's coming along nicely. So be sure to tune in next time on Mods, Maintenance, and Rides.